Satnam. Welcome to the Portals for Mortals series continued. We were talking about being in a yellow year and all. Yellow, according to the Mayans, each year from July has different qualities for that whole year, and then every day has different qualities, and that's the year that we're working to master or pay attention to these new frequencies that are being sent through. And they're really qualities for us to work within ourselves, to master within ourselves. So we got this yellow year going on, which has to do with thinking, has to do with paying attention to your thinking. And we started talking about the different aspects of the mind and what is to pay attention to what's going on. And the mind has three aspects: negative, positive, and neutral. So when the mind engages, unless it's on just automatic and you're just cycling through something that you've cycled through a lot of times, if you're thinking about something new and it's something you are giving some thought to, it takes about 3 seconds per piece for the mind to engage, get into the neutral mind. So negative mind, notice something, does it work, does it not work? Positive mind, that works, I think that would be good. And then on to the neutral mind, where you're assessing the observer, the witness. You're assessing, and you could be obsessing too. So notice if that's really important. That was a really important little Freudian slip there. So notice if you're actually assessing something that you're thinking about that you need to understand or move forward on, or whatever it is, figure out in some way. Are you obsessing or looping about something in the past or the present, or are you paying attention to how your mind's working in that moment? Okay, and just notice, like, I'm gonna pay attention to this for 3 seconds, 1001, 1002, 1000. Now 3 seconds on the positive, and then go into the neutral mind, where you can 3 seconds to, 9 seconds to get there, and then you can stay in the observer mode. Really, that's where you want to anchor your consciousness. So notice when you're actually observing, and notice that state of mind that you're in when you're actually observing, and you're not, when you're assessing and not obsessing. It's kind of similar words. And so one of the qualities for us to master in this yellow year is self-existing, yellow self-existing warrior. Those are 3 different qualities. So self-existing. So the question is, when I say self-existing, what does that mean to you? There's new words appearing in the consciousness of the field. Like, there's a lot more talk about sovereignty, like sovereignty over what goes in our bodies, right? Don't want to get too deep into that. It's being covered by a lot of other people. But, self-existing, this is a year to really pay attention to what do you want to be sovereign about? What do you want to have choice about? And remembering that you have free will. You can choose, and you may not control as much of the world as you'd like to control, but remember that you have free will over changing yourself. And to some extent, then changing yourself and redirecting your mind, your thoughts, will start to change your world around you. So notice, since we talked in the last video about thoughts or things, notice how when you rearrange the things in your brain, that the things around your world, like rearranging furniture, can actually start appearing differently, and it can start having a different sequence. And that's what Ascension is. Ascension is a resequencing of frequencies, and it's an expansion of consciousness. So as we resequence, we also ascend, and we're moving into this organic frequency of like a jellyfish or something moving through this density of this dimension. And it has to do with how we're creating the speed at which we can move through that density. So it's available. Ascension's available now. These frequencies are new codes coming through the central sun of the Milky Way galaxy are available now. So you want to work with what self-existing means to you. and think about what sovereignty means to you and what you'd like to be sovereign over. And notice in the world around you, a lot of things are already figured out for us. And it's in the name of productivity, or in the name of ease, or in the name of making our life easier, making our life easier. Oh, well, wouldn't it be easier if I didn't have to cook dinner? I could just go through this drive-through and get this fast food and this bag of food handed to me, and I just give them, a little bit of green stuff or, a little bit of plastic, whatever it is, the payment modality is at that moment, whatever it is, you give them something and then you drive away and you take the dinner home, or you eat it by the park or wherever you eat it. And, you eat it quickly too, oftentimes. How many times have you gotten food? And many people, have the habit of eating slowly. But I'm also having this experience, even for myself, like fast food. Just think about the mind. Fast food, almost just that thought form, fast food, makes me want to eat faster. So this is just one area where I'm feeling like there's an area I could pay attention to my mind, because I would really prefer to eat slowly so I can assess what I'm thinking and observe what I'm actually doing. And now there's a change that I can make. I can make it into slow food. I can change, I may be getting some fast food, but for me, it's going to be slow food. So I can observe it and make that change. And just in that change of chewing your food can start to change your health, and can start to bring a whole new awareness into your world that just expands. And that's an expansion of consciousness. And that's an example of an ascension. It becomes more and more aware, because as you become more aware of the different frequencies, of the higher frequencies, you start to notice more how things are affecting you. You become more aware, like, I really don't like fast food. I want slow food. I want to cook a stew for me in a slow cooker at home tonight, or something like that. Start it in the morning. And then that will positively impact your health if you cook more of your own food, right? So think about how self-existence can be beneficial to you. And then as you make your big pot of stew, maybe you'll have a friend over. That'll be beneficial to them. So this period of ascension is also a co-creation, where we're remaking the whole fabric. We're reweaving the whole field of the planet, so the planet can hold a higher frequency for everybody that's here. So you are a weaver of this new frequency field around the planet. So happy you're here with us on the planet at this time to reweave into a beautiful tapestry the beautiful energies and feelings of love, compassion, and kindness and caring for all on the planet at this time. Thank you for your generosity. Sat Nam.